What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Other Side of the Firewall podcast, where we talk about the latest and greatest in cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers and glass ceiling breakers, those people of color who made it to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon Times.
What's up? What's up?
And LeVon Maynard.
Welcome to the show.
What is going on? Happy Wednesdays, middle of the week. Please tune in throughout the week. So Monday and Tuesday are our topics. On Monday's topic, we discussed some cyber crooks who are targeting individuals and planning fabricated digital evidence. Pretty interesting topic. The crew that's doing it's not very robust or technically skilled is what they're finding, but still it's interesting that they're planning evidence on people, whether it be phones or emails and things of that nature. So definitely tune in for that. Tuesday, we discussed Nintendo sending somebody Nintendo didn't send them to jail, but Nintendo aggressively protecting their IP and how a community came together of FBI, HSI, Homeland, the Attorney General of the Western District, all of them came together to get this guy for $64 million of lost revenue for Nintendo. So pretty interesting topic. Definitely tune in for that one. That's Tuesday. Thursday, no Ask SSP this week, but typically we talk to somebody who's trying to either come into cybersecurity or make a jump from a different career into cybersecurity. So it's always fun topics. And then Friday, we talk about everything else, games, movies, books, all that stuff. We call it the weekly rundown. It's everything else that we've done throughout the week. So definitely tune in for that. But to not belabor this one, I'd like to talk about this article I found on Info Security. It's written by Sarah Cobble, and it is titled Maryland Cyber Nonprofit to Create Centers of Excellence. So I like to always highlight this stuff when I can, just the different initiatives. Like last time we talked about, I believe it was Georgia, and how they're getting a bunch of funding and a bunch of large corporations are coming down to support historical Black colleges. Thank you, HBCUs. I'm tripping over my words today, and how big of a shift that is. This one is a little bit different. This one is they're building up a nonprofit organization that will be the Cyber Association. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over all my words, right? So the nonprofit organization, the Cybersecurity Association of Maryland, CAMI, has announced that they're going to be building 3 centers, right? So the first center will be focused on business growth and innovation. It will support members with raising capital, scaling operations, marketing, and mentorship. So definitely, we see that everything is growing, right? Like the federal government's getting more involved. The world in itself is developing new organizations. I think last week we talked about how a new board is being mirrored after the transportation board to deal with cybersecurity. So is again, more broadening, more funding, bringing more people in. Then the second center will be dedicated to working with organizations to close the cybersecurity talent gap. So we always talk about that, right? There's a million positions open. We need to fill these positions, but then they're gated by crazy restrictions on experience or certifications, things of that nature. So the second center will be developed in order to close that gap. We talked about in the past how Microsoft's also trying to do the same initiative by bringing in a bunch, like thousands of new cybersecurity talents and then training to go with it. And then again, we talked about like places like Georgia, Apple's coming down, Bell South, Microsoft, Apple to build a pipeline to bring students in. And then the third and final center will be cyber resilience, providing knowledge and resources to members, including support with the cybersecurity maturity model certification, so the CMMC, as well as state, local, and educational SLED agencies offering cyber hygiene help for small, medium-sized businesses. So when we talked about in the past, we had like Gabe Davis on from CISA. There's also an initiative that they've been doing as well to protect education in schools. So I think it's a pretty good initiative. I want to get you guys' thoughts on what you think the future holds.
I think it's a great initiative. Obviously, it's something that we've been covering for like the last it seems like a couple of years now, a year and a half or so. Cybersecurity is a big important topic, something that needs to be looked at more, needs to be kind of focused on. and more organizations, and it kind of gets. We talked about last week with Getter and their like dismantling their cybersecurity team to save some money, which we think is probably like the worst, worst thing you can do for an organization that's focused on technology, or any organization for that matter. But things like this are great to see. It's great to see initiatives that are focused around cybersecurity and trying to build it up. Support companies that are looking to get into cybersecurity more, and as well as create that pipeline for more educated individuals to take up cybersecurity jobs, and then also just like supporting small businesses and helping to make sure that they have a cybersecurity like foundation that they can be able to be resilient enough to survive cyber attacks, or be able to counteract cyber attacks that could affect their business. So I think it's a great thing to see overall. I mean, I love seeing things like this, and like you just mentioned as well, with the current administration kind of be more focused on cybersecurity, as it seems. I think it's just a great thing overall. But Shannon, you have some thoughts on this one as well?
So I do, but and here's the thing: I don't know if it's intentional or not, right? But the fact that they're standing this up in Maryland, this could kind of be a pipeline to
Mm,
U.S.
right to
government. You know what I
DC.
mean? When it
Yeah.
comes to, yeah, because you got DC right there, right? I mean, I
Mhm.
realize DC is not Maryland, but it is encompassed by Maryland. I'm
Right.
close.
Right.
So, so
Yeah.
I've been through DC just being in Maryland. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Northern Virginia, you got the Pentagon. You know what I'm saying? You got Fort Meade that's in Maryland. I just think a lot of the cybersecurity organizations that we have for the U.S. government, for the United States, are right there in Maryland. And they again, I don't know if it was intentional on their part, but this will probably be a pipeline to where they have people that are, running these centers or working in these centers that they could reach out to and be like, hey, we got a job for you. Come on, work with us. Help us out when it comes to defense, national defense. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
again, whether intentional or not, I don't know. I can't say for sure, but I can almost guarantee you there gonna be some recruiters out there, going to these centers to try to get them. Now, what I did like about this, right, is, and this kind of came up, and you mentioned it with the Gabe Davis thing, right, where they're talking about. Um, Not necessarily the ethnically diverse talent pools, because that's a good thing too, but what the centers are actually for, right? And it's for helping businesses, right? Um, which one was it? The third center, right? Offering cyber hygiene help for small and medium sized businesses. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing right there, right? Because I mean, that's what keeps us. That's what we find a story on that every week, right? Where some type of business, got owned because they're not doing something that seems so simple, that apparently this can help them with. You know what I'm saying? So getting more help out there for these companies, I mean, that's a good thing. So yeah, I like it. I like that it's being done. I like it. It's being more ethnic. They're going for more ethnically diverse talent pools, and that they're helping the small and medium sized businesses. So good all around.
Yeah, definitely. I don't remember what the timeline was off the top of my head. In the article, it was pretty quick though. Like the initiative is supposed to be done by. Actually, no, it doesn't mention it. It just says that CAMI, the organization, was established in 2015 and is Maryland's only organization solely dedicated to the growth of Maryland's cybersecurity industry. So it could take years, right? But just that is being put in place. And like you said, I didn't even think about that. I often forget how close that area is, the North Capital Region. There's like everything's touching everything, right?
Hmm.
You could be one minute you could be in West Virginia, and then you could be back in Maryland. Like, you're like, how
Hmm.
did I cross over here? But yeah, and there's
Right.
a huge diverse talent pool there as well. So, love to see that. That's exactly what we're going for. So, uh, I see nothing wrong with this. Like, hopefully it does have a pretty short suspense to get things up and running. I would like to circle back to it, hopefully in the near future. And then that reminds me about the Georgia pipeline that's being built. I have to go back and see what that's looking like article wise, see if anything's been posted about that recently, because that's a huge initiative. We discussed earlier last year. I want to say like mid last year. We talked about that being established. So
Yeah.
definitely love to see it. So with that being said, definitely a great topic, great discussion. Appreciate you guys being on the show week after week. Definitely appreciate everybody listening. Please continue to listen, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Monday, Tuesday are topics. Wednesday discussion. Thursday Ask Us SP, and then Fridays are the weekly rundown. Talk about everything else. So that'd be the next episode, if you're listening to them in order. Hit the website, www.theothersideofthefirewall.com, to get all our social media stuff. Hit me up personally. I'm at RyRy Security Guy. That's RYRY Security Guy. I'm on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, Twitter, and TikTok. And you, LeVon?
Yes, sir. You can hit me up on the Twitters at LeVon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.